Hello, and welcome to the grand finale of our monthly competition. We've given Thomas Heaton the unenviable task of picking one winner from the 12 excellent entries that won each month. We were very pleased with the response to the first year of our monthly competition and hope that will inspire many of you to enter during 2022. You'll see in the video that Thomas really struggles to find a winner, but I'm pleased to say he finally does. Congratulations to all our monthly winners, and a big round of applause to the overall winner for a superb and fantastic image. I hope you all enjoy the video.
My name is Thomas Heaton, and I have been given the unfortunate job of judging the RPS Landscape Group monthly competition. Now, I say unfortunate because, quite honestly, I don't always enjoy judging photography competitions for the simple reason that it is a very, very difficult job. Now, it sounds like a cliche that all of the images were fantastic and I had a hard time picking a winner, but it's the truth. And when I'm looking at 12 fantastic images and I can't pick between them, it starts becoming quite a stressful experience, and it takes me days and days and days to whittle them down and really look at them and study them, and finally pick a winner. And I guess what it all comes down to when judging a photography competition, it's personal preference. It's incredibly subjective to the judge, which is myself. Now, obviously, I do look at kind of technical abilities, technical qualities of an image, such as the exposure, if the horizon is level, the sharpness. But I mean, the standard's so high that technically all of the images in this competition are absolutely spot on. So we can forget looking at things from a technical viewpoint. So then it becomes a lot about how the images make me feel, and which images stick with me and which images I keep going back to, and which, I suppose, ultimately, which of the images not only do I wish I'd had the opportunity to shoot, but the images that I would hang on my own wall. And what I enjoy personally in my own photography and what I try and seek out from the landscape is originality, clean, simple, minimal images, and images that have a very peaceful, quiet nature to them. So naturally, I was drawn to those types of images here in the final 12. I mean, we have one here from Carmel Morris, beautiful, beautiful abstract seascape image. And this photograph has a fantastic feel about it. And a lot of that feel is down to the photographer's technique used, which is ICM, which is intentional camera movement. And this is a fantastic example of this technique. And then we continue down. Let's go to July 2021 by Simon Turnbull. There's not much that beats a lone tree for me. I love a lone tree, and this is a beautiful example of a lone tree image. We have a birch tree with autumn colours, tons of atmosphere, and very well framed, simple, one single subject, and a nice bit of mood and atmosphere there in the background. And this looks like it was taken in the Lake District. Beautiful image there. And then we go down, let's look at September by Tim Pearson. Now this image, this got me thinking. I went back and forth on Tim's image from September a few times. It's very simple. There isn't a great deal to it. I mean, you could argue that there isn't really a single subject, yet the image has this beautiful feel about it, and it's all about the colour, the tonality, the use of composition, the curve formed by what I'm assuming it's bubbles, sort of white foam on a river that's meandering through the scene. But for me, it was the vibrancy of those greens, the reflection of those greens, and the tonality, the separation between the greens in the foliage. I absolutely loved that September image. And then let's jump to December. Oh man, this was Viv Cotton. I've driven over this bridge many, many times. I always drive over this bridge on my way to Scotland. Up the A1, through Edinburgh, straight over this bridge. And to see it from this angle, and to see it like this, is an angle of the bridge I've never seen before, because I always drive over it. And to capture it, it looks like it was captured early morning, dawn, we have beautiful pink skies, mist over the river, which obviously is running under the bridge. Beautiful use of light trails with the vehicles going over the bridge, and that contrast of the white cables. Beautiful shapes, very geometric shapes. Is that the right word? Possibly. But yeah, I like this a lot. I really, really liked this image. And again, simple, clean, minimal. My type of image, absolutely. March 2021, which is Mike Lloyd. Oh man, a beautiful shot of a dog walker or a gentleman. I think it's a gentleman. Looks like a guy walking his dog through a very frosty woodland. Sunlight streaming in. Doesn't get much better than that. And then Morag Forbes, which is the June winner. I don't do much architectural photography myself. However, if I did, this is the type of style that I would go for. I mean, look, talk about visualizing shapes and then creating harmony within a composition, and the fantastic use of long exposure. Fantastic image, great contrast, great black and white conversion. Love that image. In fact, I love all of them. October 2021, Philip Dove, Bamburgh Castle, come on, just up the road from me. Love this scene. You've got it there, you've got a beautiful morning, nice light on the rocks, nice composition. August 2021, John McDowell. Man, I tell you, you've done well to see this image. Landscape photography is a lot about being able to visualize or pick out scenes within the landscape. So it's quite easy to go to a grand landscape and see a big mountain and take a photograph of that big mountain, for example. But to go to an anonymous riverbank where there's chaos all around with reeds and woodland all growing over the river, and I expect with John's image there was a lot outside of the peripheries of this image. So to be able to focus in on this single composition takes a lot. I mean, beautiful conditions, mist, frost, light, and a very, very good eye to be able to pull this scene out of what I assume was a rather large, messy landscape. So yeah, very well done. Double whammy for John. He's got another one in April. Beautiful shot here. A tunnel straight down, straight through the tunnel, footpath through the woods. Again, beautiful atmosphere and beautiful light. February, Rolf. I'm not going to pronounce your surname, Rolf, because I will butcher it, but what a great image here. Nice use of the wide-angle lens, and I like how you've placed the subject, which is this beautiful building, and you've placed it centrally in the composition, which I'm a big fan of. I love my subjects to be central within the composition. There's this kind of thing where we have rule of thirds and it feels like everything should be on one of the thirds. I don't necessarily think that needs to be the case all of the time. So to see a subject slap bang in the centre, especially with the way these foreground rocks lead me through straight up to the horizon, fantastic image. Peter Benson, May 2021. Again, we talk about simplicity, minimalism, mood, atmosphere. I mean, here we go. London Bridge. Is that London Bridge, Tower Bridge? Forgive me, I don't spend too much time in London, but having looked at this image, it makes me want to go back, that's for sure. Yeah, it's nice, the tonalities. There's just a very monochrome scene, with the exception of a splash of colour coming from the ship and a tiny dash of red from one of the lights on the Tower Bridge. But aside from that, it's a very ghostly image, very, very pale, very monochrome. And I really like that. I think this is a fantastic shot of London. And finally we go on to November 2021, a fantastic image by Mohammed Arfan Asif. Man, this is fantastic. Mohammed, you've done an excellent job. For me, one of my favourite subjects in the entire world is sand dunes. They offer great opportunities for abstract images, unique images, images that will never be replicated no matter how hard you try, because sand dunes are always shifting and changing shape. And I expect this was a very difficult image to get, because we can see we've got the wind whipping through the desert, forming clouds of sand as it blows over the dunes. I personally have been in a desert photographing in these conditions, and my camera's paid the price. It's very, very difficult. So Mohammed was incredibly brave to get out and take this image. But the result speaks for itself. The contrast, the colours, the tones, the simplicity. There's not too much going on. It's just right. The composition is fantastic with the curving line of the dune which brings you through the image. You see the light catching the sand as it's being whipped up. Then you notice the small shrubs, those shrubs that are just growing in the desert, that are casting a shadow and that add a little element of interest. And of course the light and the contrast and the shadow, it's got it all going on. And that is why Mohammed's image, November 2021, is the image I've chosen to be the winner of this competition. So congratulations, Mohammed. It's a beautiful image. I'm quite jealous. I would love to go there myself and shoot this desert because it looks fantastic. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and a massive congratulations to Mohammed.